If you're having thoughts or feelings of self-harm or suicide, please call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 800-273-8255. Hi guys, it's Leo with One Happy Widow. Thanks for joining me today. If you're new, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell at the bottom so you don't miss any extra videos coming up. I got really excited today because I bought a new camera lens. And so it came in, I was going to put it on there. It's going to get that cool fuzzy background. Made me look like a real YouTuber. The darn thing is not fit, doesn't fit my camera. I have to send it back. But I was kind of excited about that, hoping to get like a new little toy today. Oh well. Okay, so today what we're going to talk about is, it's the new year, it's the whole new year, new me thing, and I know it's cliche and everybody says, oh, I don't want to do that, you know, it's the same me, but since it's the time, and since I do have some goals that I want to maintain for myself or restart for myself, I decided to just go ahead and use the new year as a chance for me to do a healthy reset. So I decided to do a 28-day challenge for myself. This is not endorsed by anyone. It's not a specific program or anything. It's just something that I'm doing for myself, and I wanted to share it with you guys. If anybody wants to follow along, what I'll do is I'm going to show you what I'm planning, and then I'm going to check back. I'm going to make this video, and then at the end of the 28 days, I'm going to do another video, and I'm going to kind of show you what kind of progress I made, if any, and let you know how I did. So hopefully just by the fact that I know I'm going to have to make a video in 28 days, that's going to add a little accountability to me. So I wanted to lay out what my plan is and kind of share that with you and show you how I plan on trying to make that happen. Now, I've been married for just over a year now, and I definitely have put on the happy weight, if you call it that. And I've been really disappointed in myself and not really feeling that great health-wise. And so I really just need to get myself back on track and, you know, get healthier. So, because I know I will feel better. Mental health, physical health, that all kind of goes together. So I'm going to share with you kind of the bullet points of what I'm trying to do this month, and see if that might be, you know, motivation for anybody, or just give you some ideas. Feel free to post below if you're doing anything similar, or if you've decided to do something like this, and let me know how it's going for you. All right, so the first thing that, let's see, go ahead and put that up. There we go. The first aspect, I'm covering my face up here, is eating. Okay, so there's 4 aspects of my little 28-day mental reset is eating. So as you can see, part of the eating is, I'm gonna go ahead and take this back down. So the first part of this is that my eating combination, my food combinations are going to consist mostly of protein, fat, and complex carbs. I'm going to try to stay away from processed foods, not going to be eating out, not going to be eating any junk food. I'm really going to cut out all the sugar, especially for this month. My body really responds to sugar. It loves it, and it likes to hold on to it, and that's probably my biggest weight gain issue, is that I'm kind of a sugaraholic. And I also have Hashimoto's, which is a low thyroid, and so it's really, really tough for me to shed weight. And so I have to work at it really hard, and I have to stay very disciplined in order to see results. The results come really slow, but not an excuse not to do it. Secondly, most of the food that I'm going to eat, I'm not following a specific diet or any kind of specific keto program or points or Weight Watchers or whatever. I've tried all that stuff. It's just a more general, and so it's mostly going to be, I'm going to get most of my proteins from meat, eggs, or nuts. And then, so my meals are just going to consist of one of those 2 things, one of those 3 things: meat, eggs, or nuts, and veggies. Sometimes I might have a complex carb like potatoes or brown rice, but for the most part, it's going to be the combination of those things. And for this reset, because I'm really trying to develop some new life habits, and I don't want to get off track, and this is not going to be my lifestyle. This is just for the 28 days. It's going to be no cheating. After that, I'm going to give myself days and times. I just can't do it every day. But for this first 28 days, in order to really reset my brain, really reset some good habits, for 28 days, I'm not going to have any junk. I'm not going to have any sugar. I'm not going to have any cheat meals, cheat days, none of that. It's going to be really strict for the first 28 days. After that, you know, we'll get into a more lifestyle kind of a thing. All right, secondly is water. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Water. So my water goals, water is really important to you guys. If you don't drink enough water and you're dehydrated, even if you're eating right, you won't shed any weight. You might shed some weight, but your body will not be working as efficiently. It's kind of like driving a car, not without gas, but without fresh oil. Okay, you're really going to be running your body on, you know, like dry gears. And so water is really, really important. So to begin with, my goal is going to be 64 ounces a day, which is basically eight 8-ounce glasses. And then my goal is to work myself up to 128 ounces a day, which is a gallon. So right now I'm going to start with half a gallon of water every day. And I want to work myself up to a gallon a day, which means lots of trips to the potty. I'm on my second bottle of it's about 24 ounces right here. And so by the time I finish this, I'll go ahead and drink it now. By the time I finish this one, I'll be about 2/3 of the way done. And so I only have to drink one more of those, and anything else will just be a bonus. Also, I want to phase out the diet sodas. It's really tough because of that caffeine. I do plan on drinking my coffee in the mornings, but I'm having sugar-free creamer with that and stevia. And so, but that's just one time a day, kind of get me kick-started, and then the rest of the day, I don't think I can kick diet sodas overnight, so I'm going to try to phase them out, and just maybe, and maybe in the beginning, I can't have a soda until I've finished all of my water, something like that. So I'll try to figure out some rules for myself, but water is going to be the second part of my program. Thirdly is going to be exercise. Here we go. Exercise. All right, and so you can sort of see that. You can pause it if you want to and take a look at what's on there. Those are the little details. But the exercise part of that is going to be, I have a gym membership, and so I have not been to the gym literally in 3 months. Lots of things happened. I got quarantined for being exposed to, you know, some stuff that I don't want to talk about. And I had to stay out of work and all that kind of stuff for 10 days. You all know, well, you know what quarantine is. And then I got sick. We won't really mention, but I got sick. We don't want to demonetize our videos, so we don't want to mention things that YouTube doesn't like us to mention, but I got sick. And so that was several weeks that I was in bed and could not work out. And I actually ended up getting pneumonia. And so I was not even hardly able to move. I was barely able to work. And so, and I also had a little injury. So it was just like a perfect storm of not going to the gym. And after a while, I was just like, whatever. And so, but I still had to pay for it. It's coming out of my bank account. So I'm going back there. I'm starting today. I have a 4:30 appointment to go to the gym and work out. So I'm going to go to the gym 2 to 3 days a week. 3 is optimal. 2 is if it's a busy week. Also, I joined StepBed. I'm not going to talk about all the details of StepBed, but it is an app. It is really cool. I've been doing it for several years, and it's not going to make you rich, but it does really help you hold you accountable. So I'll talk about that in just a few more minutes, but for my StepBed, they set up the goals for you based on your history of stepping. And so as long as you have like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or something, a pedometer that will track your steps, it will link to it. And my goals right now are to step 6 days a week. And 4 days is at 7,000 steps or more, and 2 days is at 9,000 steps or more. And then I get 1 day off, and I try to save that day for Sunday so that I can enjoy that time with my family, go to church, kind of, you know, not really try to work too hard that day and get some rest. Okay, guys. So I got to number 4, accountability, and my battery ran out on my camera, so I had to start over. So I'm starting over with accountability for number 4. See if you can see that. Flip it around. So number 4 is accountability. It's always great when you have motivation in the beginning. You know, when we first start anything, we have lots of motivation, and as time goes by, motivation starts to, excuses start to come in, and so that's where your accountability is going to come in and kind of take over for the motivation. And so the things that I plan on doing for accountability are going to be bullet journaling. I don't know any correct way about bullet journaling. I don't even know what it officially is. I just know it's kind of like drawing some charts and, you know, putting, I don't know, little different trackers and stuff, and like coloring stuff in when you do stuff, when you accomplish things. And so I kind of made my own version of a bullet journal for fitness tracking and things like that. And I'll talk about that in just a few minutes. YouTube videos. This video right here is going to be my accountability, because I know that you guys are going to be looking for another video in a month, and you're going to want to see what I accomplished. And so if I go ahead and put this video out here now and tell you that I'm going to do it, and there's no video at the end of January 2021, then you know, I'm going to feel like I failed all of you guys. And so you are helping to hold me accountable. My gym fees are $29 a week. That comes out of my account automatically every Monday. So, you know, whether I go to the gym or not, I'm paying. And I do not want to waste my money and pay for gym fees. So that's another accountability. And then my step bet. So for step bet, I mentioned it a few minutes ago, it's an app, and you actually pay money. And so it's a 6 week, usually it's 6 weeks. There's a couple of other little ones they've got now, like there's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, I don't know. Most of them, the standard one is 6 weeks. And so you pay your money up front. So let's say the standard one is $40. So you pay your $40 and you sign up, and the app will evaluate how many steps you're supposed to take. For mine, it evaluated me at about 7,000 steps for a regular step day. And I have to do that 4 times a week. And then a power day, I get 2 power days, and that's about 9,000, a little over 9,000 steps for those 2 days. So that's 6 days a week I have to walk and get those steps by midnight. And then I have one day a week off. I can choose whatever day I want. So if it's raining outside, or if I get sick, or if I forget or something like that, I can have one free day. It doesn't matter which day it is, between a Monday through Sunday. At the end of that 6 weeks, whoever is still left and has met all of their step goals splits the money that we all put in together. So everybody puts in their $40, and let's say it was 100 people. If 20 people didn't make their step bet, so that it was $100, it was like $4,000 then those 80 people that are left will split that $4,000. So it's never been more than like, I don't know, $12 that I've won on top of my money back. But my goal is to not give them free money and then go out there and walk and then not make my goals. If you don't make your goals, don't get your money back. So that's the accountability part of it. I can do it for 28 days in a row. Right now I'm on day 1. I will tell you a little bit about my planner, how I set it up. I'm not going to really show you the planner, but I think I might take some pictures of some of the pages, and as I do, I'm going to try to pop them right here. And so that you can sort of see how it's laid out. I've got some of it filled out, and then I might change as time goes by, and if things work for me, I'll keep them. If something doesn't work for me, I'll trash it and find something else. But this is kind of like a work in progress. But I have a monthly planner, so kind of like a month at a glance. And so those are just overviews and goals and things that I have. I have habit trackers, and so I have tracked out the habits, my water, my eating, my journaling, my exercise. So I basically fill in the little, as I have a day that I did what I was supposed to do, I fill in and color it in. And so you get a visual by the end of the month to see how many of your goals that you met for those days. I have a day at a glance, and so every day I have a page where I can write down appointments or anything that I have to remember for that day. I have meal planners. If I don't plan my meals out, then that's really a problem. If you go ahead and either meal prep or know what you're going to have, then you don't even have to think about it. You just do it. You put down what you're supposed to eat, and you just eat it. My fitness planner, I don't know if I'm going to actually do a separate fitness planner, but I do want to write down my fitness goals. And so those are, you know, for the month, I have a few specific goals. Mostly I just want to stick to working out 2 to 3 times a week, doing my step bets, I'm going to take my measurements. And so I do have a page for body measurements. I'm going to do those this afternoon. And I've already taken my weight. I'm going to go ahead and measure some of my body parts, see if I can see any differences by the end of the month. I don't care about sharing numbers. Numbers are just numbers. They don't really mean anything. They have no true value except for what we place them on ourselves. And so I don't mind sharing numbers with you guys. I don't care if you know how much I weigh or how old I am or whatever. I'm 47 years old, and this morning I weighed 197 pounds. A lot more than I did when I got married. So hopefully that number is going to be going down, but you know, we'll see. So the body measurements will be on there. Then there's a weight tracker, and I have 2 weight trackers. One is like the little boxes that I fill in for every pound that I lose. Then another one looks like a graph. So I'm hoping that the graph is going to over the month, and we'll be able to see how that looks over the 28 days. And then this is totally unrelated, but I also have a bill tracker in there, so I think I want to try to track my bills so that I don't forget to pay any, and I can sort of see where my spending is going, and maybe try to figure out a way to save a little bit more money. But it's mentally healthy, you know, to make sure that your bills are all paid. That's about all I can think of for right now. I am a school teacher. I'm used to talking really, really slowly and repeating myself 2 or 3 times to make sure that everyone understands what I'm saying. That's what I do on a daily basis, to make sure that everyone understands. But with YouTube, everybody wants, you know, to drink water from a fire hydrant. And so I'm having to change up my style a little bit, speed up my speaking style, and not repeat myself so much. So I'm really trying, but it's a 20-year habit that I'm having to break. And so just bear with me, guys, while I try to give you as much information as I can without rambling too much. That's the teacher in me. See you back here in 28 days. I'm going to have my trackers. I'm going to show you all the results that I have. I'm going to let you know how everything went. And hopefully I'm going to get some good numbers and be in a better place mentally and a better place physically when I make my follow-up video in 4 weeks. So until then, wish me luck. Join me if you want to. Comment below if you plan on doing anything similar or what you think about my plan. And until then, I will see you guys in a month. Bye. It's not for the right camera. It's kind of... Is it going? It is too low. Still too low. Oh my Lord. Why is it so dark over there? I can't read it, and I don't know if it's backwards to you. Is it gonna be backwards to you? I don't know. If so, I guess I'll flip it around. I'm gonna pause the video because there's something weird about the focus and it's not focusing on my face. Does everyone understand what I'm saying?